Hey everybody, it's Kristina of CraftyPaws. I'm so excited to be participating in a love-themed collaboration hosted by Amy Love here on YouTube. This is the prize package that I will be giving away. Lots of the participants in this love-themed YouTube hop will be giving away prizes. This is the project that I crafted today, and that's the backside of all of these. They're basically wrappers that are heart themed or love themed for special chocolates that I got for Mr. Crafty Paws. We've been doing keto for about a year now, and I decided I was going to wrap up some keto chocolates. And this is a template that I have made up to do 3 different size heart rosettes. And if you are interested in getting this template, please check the link in the description box below to my blog post. And I have this template that has simple instructions. And basically, I'll show you how to use those templates as well. But here, I also decided for this project, I was going to show some love to some really unfortunately neglected crafty products, these Martha Stewart punches. So this is the template that I traced. I folded a piece of cardstock and I traced it, cut it out, and I unfolded it, and now I'm scoring it every 1/4 inch all along this strip that has that nice curve to it. And then I'm going to just fold along in an accordion style all along this little strip of cardstock. And that will make the heart rosette. It's as simple as that. Really, really easy if you have a scoring board. Now I'm just gluing with some wet glue the 2 ends, and I'm going to snip off the little triangle bits that hang off the edge where they overlap. And I've got a little square or circle of cardstock, and I'm just pinching that scored and folded bit of cardstock into the heart shape that it is. And I'm just pressing it down onto that little circle of cardstock that has the hot glue on it. And I'm going to put a dab of hot glue at the top as well so I can secure it. And this is another Martha Stewart punch. This is the, I believe, heart seal or something like that. And there's a little inset. So the cardstock that I use for the heart is kind of a cream, and then that seal is a white. And then I decided I was going to stack a whole bunch of the little inner hearts and add that so that the center has a little more dimension. And now I'm just going to show you guys how I'm decorating up this little basically candy wrapper with that deep border heart scallop lattice punch. Unfortunately, I think all of these punches from Martha Stewart are retired, although you can still find them on eBay. But I've had them in my stash since I started crafting, and I haven't used them in years. So I really wanted to get some use out of them. And I just love how these decorative chocolate wrappers came out. And I'm just adding that to the edges of this cardstock that I am scoring now to make room for the giant chocolate bar. This is a Lily's brand chocolate, which is sugar-free, dextrose-free, maltitol-free, and it's sweetened with stevia. And I think they're delicious, as does Mr. Crafty Paws. So I'm giving him 3 of these bars for Valentine's Day. And I'm just going to trim off the excess here of that cardstock. I didn't know how much cardstock I would need, and I'm just using scraps basically. But I'm going to just glue the 2 sides together, and voila. Now I'm going to hot glue that rosette heart or heart rosette to the center, and then another one of those little seal punches, heart seal punches for matching in the back where the seam hits. And I'm going to put in an inset little heart for the center there. And that's the first chocolate wrapper completed. The second one, I've decided to use a Hugs and Kisses punch from Martha Stewart. And this is just a regular border punch. And I'm just lining it up with the image there. So I'm showing you how you use these edge punches if you have them in your stash or if you can get them on the resale market now. And I'm just going to glue on this little trim to another scrap of red cardstock. Actually, this is kind of like a corally red. I wanted each one to be, each one of these candy wrappers or chocolate wrappers to be unique. I'm just adding a thin bead of glue to that bottom edge there, and I'm going to add that to each side of this red cardstock strip. And then I did off camera the scoring and the tracing, the cutting and the scoring, but I'm just wanting to show you guys one more time, trimming off that little excess at the bottom so that it creates the perfect shaped heart. And you can see me struggling a little bit to scrunch it up there. I've got a little circle of cardstock ready. I'm going to put a dab of hot glue there at the center. And I'm trying to move over that scrunched up little rosette heart. And you can see I've got some of the white cardstock circle showing above. So I'm just going to snip that off. Not a big deal. No one will ever see the back. And then to add a little decorative touch, I'm going to use just the center of that heart seal punched out in red, and that's the smaller rosette heart. I'm going to show you one more of the larger ones. So I made two that were 1.5 inches by actually 11 inches. My template is for 12 inches, but just because that's a standard size of the big 12 by 12 cardstock. And I thought that would be probably the most useful for folks. And you can see I'm just going to snip off the excess so it doesn't show beyond the heart. So that was the third one. I missed a little spot of hot glue there to secure the bottom, so I'm just adding that. This is a really forgiving craft, and I think it adds such nice interest and dimension, especially in these like really sophisticated kind of cream colors, red colors. Of course, you can use pattern papers as well. I just wanted to kind of keep this more clean and simple just because that's how Mr. CraftyPaws likes things. He's definitely a clean and simple kind of guy. So that's the larger of the two rosette hearts, and I'm going to hot glue that toward the bottom. And then I'm going to hot glue the smaller one. This is the 1-inch one above that. And I think that makes a really cute little candy wrapper. I have this scallop lattice punch, and I punched out a few times for the back of that. So this is the package. The chocolate bar is wrapped in like red cellophane, just so I can have it completely wrapped and the packaging not kind of have interference from the chocolate packaging. And then this is a doily lace border punch. It's actually from a punch around the page. And I did some of this off camera, but I just wanted to kind of piece together with a whole bunch of different scraps. I have some striped paper, some cream color cardstock, and I wanted to make this wide enough so that it would fully cover the chocolate bar. I'm just trying to line up the lace doily edge there. And I'm just going to trim off the excess. And as you can see, this is kind of a composite, but I really like how this pattern came out with the heart scallop border. And then I'm using 2 of these Martha Stewart button heart punches. I stack them, and then I'm just tying some satin ribbon through the little buttonholes, and I'm going to tie a ribbon or a bow with this ribbon. And just to add a little extra interest to the front of this last chocolate wrapper, I'm just trying to even it out. And then I'm going to cut off the excess of the tails of this bow. And I just pinch it and then cut it a diagonal, and it makes a perfect little tail. And there's 2 there that I punched out and tied up, and I'm using a dab of hot glue on one side and then a dab of hot glue on the other side. And this is the 3rd chocolate bar all wrapped up front and back. I hope you've enjoyed this process video. If you did, please give a thumbs up. And if you're interested in entering the giveaway, please just enter in a comment below saying love is in the air, and I will pick a winner in a week's time. I hope you enjoy all the lovely folks who are participating in this love-themed hop. Special thanks to Amy Love and to all the other folks who are participating in this love-themed collaboration. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a wonderful crafty day.